What is going on, guys? Ribs coming back at you today with another Call of Duty commentary. Today I wanted to get some things off my mind about Jimmy Garoppolo and the situation with the New England Patriots. Some of you like me talking about sports, some of you don't. Basically a foregone conclusion that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to get traded at this point. It's just kind of a matter of who to. If I had to guess anywhere that he's going, I'd say Cleveland is probably his best option. Rather, New England's best option. Reason being, at least in my perspective, it's like Cleveland has the most they can give up. And that's not saying, Chicago or whoever else is going to have, doesn't have assets. Cleveland has the best ability to move things. What I mean to say is Cleveland has the best ability to move things without hurting their future too much. They don't have to give up too many picks to get them. Because they have a lot of picks, in excess. The first overall pick and the 12th overall pick, where Chicago only has the third. I see this playing out in two scenarios. One is that I think Cleveland offers the best deal overall and stuff that's actually realistic to work, but I think there's a package that Chicago could offer that's really intriguing. And chances are, this would never work in a million years. But first, I kind of want to go through what I think Cleveland and the Patriots could work out in terms of the deal. Cleveland, I think, could give up the 12th pick, and really none of their fans would mind. Just because they have so much in, assets. The first overall pick. Someone running through there. There you are. Thank you. This kind of gives them, leverage with the fans, taking a chance on Jimmy G. Because at the end of the day, it was a really small sample size. It was only 2 games that he played, and people are, raving over him. Yes, he's got, all the talent you want. Yes, he was under Bill Belichick, but at the end of the day, consistent production's got to be something. And, the fact that he's only played 2 games, does that really warrant giving up a top 5 pick for, which in, the Bears case, they would have to. Yeah, I love Jimmy Garoppolo, and I think it'd definitely be worth it to trade, a top 3 pick or something like that. I understand motive where, he is unproven. He's proven in 2 games that he can play well. He's also proven he could be injury prone, and consistency has to count for something. Yes, he's understudied Brady and Belichick for 3 years now. I've seen other quarterbacks that have left the New England system and what's happened. In these cases, obviously being Matt Castle. Matt Castle's an alright quarterback. I think Matt Castle gets a really bad rep. He's a really, he was a really solid starter there for a little bit. He had stints with Kansas City and Minnesota, and there's a few other teams in there. Overall, the man did a really decent job, but he didn't live up to the hype that he could be a franchise quarterback. I think that has to, do with Belichick's system and stuff like that. People thrive in Belichick's system. Doesn't matter about a quarterback or anyone else. You take any old scrub and you put him in Belichick's system, and all of a sudden, they're a superstar. And I think he's proved that time and time again. Another case would be Ryan Mallett. Ryan Mallett was a really good backup quarterback, but I could tell he never had starting potential. I think just because the quality of play that he had in Belichick's system, people just, they got overhyped for him. The Patriots just have, consistent success, and a lot of the time the players who play for the Patriots carry on that consistent success throughout the rest of their careers. However, it's always been a little different with quarterbacks, because quarterbacks are just an entire different beast in its own. I don't know, to me, I'd put a lot of faith in Jimmy Garoppolo, just because we've seen his body, he's different. He just seems like a winner. These assists, man. Call me fucking Rondo, because I'm balling out in these assists. And then I get fucked! I know I really need to calm down in this game sometimes, but oh god. Especially when I'm trying to put out a good video to you guys, and it's just I got these bum rushers with fucking this stupid new gun who can just fucking, I put a lot of faith in Jimmy G just because we've seen the arm talent, we've seen the leadership ability. He looks like a franchise quarterback. I don't know. I looked at Matt Castle and I said, yeah, he could be a very good starter. He could lead teams to the playoffs, stuff like that. Looked at Ryan Mallett and I said, this guy's a really quality number 2, but there's no way in hell this guy could be, a successful starting quarterback. His freshman year at Michigan, I could tell he wasn't going to be a starting quarterback. So I think if you're the Patriots, you got a guy who looks like he could be, a bona fide superstar. I'm going that far. I think he could be, a superstar in the NFL, whose trade stock has never been higher, and it never will be higher ever again. And I hope he does well wherever he ends up, because I want both sides of his trade to work out. I'm hopping into the Cleveland deal. I think the number 1 pick, totally untouchable. Totally untouchable, unless the Patriots trade their first round pick, of course, and then heave of other picks on top of that, and I know Belichick's smarter than that, so he won't do it. So I think if you're looking to deal with Cleveland, it's gotta be that number 12 pick. It has to be that's the pick that has to be involved. And I know it sucks, but, at the same time, number 12 pick is still the number 12 pick. You can get a guy who's projected to be a star in the NFL. Plus, you can get some additives in there. You know, I think they can, you know, have a deal sweetener where they say, okay, well, Jimmy G, 12th pick and a 4th rounder. I think the Patriots would have to throw their 1st rounder in there as well. Jesus, took you long enough, Jack. But overall, from the Patriots, I don't hate that trade. You move up 20 spots and you gain a 4th for trading a guy who's not going to re-sign with you because he knows, you know, with Tom Brady just breaking news that he wants to play till, you know, he's fucking dead, basically. Tom Brady wants to play to his mid-40s. It's basically Jimmy G. You gotta say, you know what? I love New England. It was fun. It was fun understudying them, but eventually it's got to be my time. So a guy who's going to leave, you can basically count him as nothing, and his stock is really high, which is really good for the Patriots. It's trading your 1st round 32 for a 12th overall pick. Oh, in my estimation, you know, that's a good deal. That 12th overall pick, and that could be big for the Patriots. You know, they could draft a future centerpiece of the franchise with that pick. That's, you know, nothing to scratch over. The 12th overall pick. The Patriots haven't seen a 12th overall pick in years. So I think that's going to be the most successful trade for them, given the value of Garoppolo. But an interesting one I want to point out here, and I just don't, I mean, it's not going to work. It just wouldn't work, and it may be kind of a little controversial. And don't yell at me, because I know a lot of you guys watching this are Patriots fans, and that means you love Rob Gronkowski. The simple fact of the matter is, Rob Gronkowski, he gets hurt, and he gets hurt a lot. I saw Martellus Bennett step in last year and do, you know, a great job. Does this mean he's better than Gronkowski? Absolutely not. But to me, this means, hey, we got a guy who can do Gronk's job in our system. And we can get, if this happened, oh my god, ooh. So let's say this. The Chicago Bears obviously have a very big free agent this offseason in Alshon Jeffrey. And I'm a huge Alshon Jeffrey fan. I'm one of, you know, I love his talent. I think he's one of the best receivers in the NFL. And if he was in the Patriots offense with Tom Brady, I mean, he does ridiculous things with Jay Cutler. With fucking Jay Cutler. Imagine if he had Tom friggin' Brady. So I'm saying if this deal somehow worked out, and don't kill me here, but again, it's pretty unrealistic because you're asking a lot to give up. From the Bears' standpoint, at least. Let's say this. If you could somehow work a sign-and-trade in with Alshon Jeffrey. Agree to terms before, so... Because I think it's pretty, you know, apparent that it's franchise tag or gone for Alshon Jeffrey. If you're the Patriots, you say, we'll do a sign-and-trade for Alshon Jeffrey. This package includes Jimmy Garoppolo, 1st round, the 32 overall pick the Patriots had, Rob Gronkowski. And in return, the Bears give you the number 3 overall pick and Alshon Jeffrey. Like I said, I don't even know if this works, but it was just kind of a thought I had in my head, and I just kind of wanted to, like, run it by people, see what people would think. If the Patriots can re-sign Martellus Bennett, a guy who did Gronk's job, I'd say, you know, 80%. 80% Gronk's job. He did really well, but he was, I mean, you can't be Rob Gronkowski, and I think that's clear. But just take a look at this. If you take Gronk out and you add Martellus Bennett, it's a fall off, but it's not like, shit, you know, we can't function our offense anymore, fall off. Because, you know, Martellus Bennett, he's a damn good football player, and he's likewise to Gronk. You know, he's athletic, he's big, he can catch, he can block. I mean, he's the whole package. That meant having that 20% less and adding a guy like Alshon Jeffrey. See how it would work, but, like, if it did, you know, if I mean, a 1st rounder, Jimmy Garoppolo and Rob Gronkowski, I mean, that's pretty good for a 3rd overall pick in Alshon Jeffrey, you ask me. So it's like, you get a little worse at one position to get a lot better at another position. I think it's pretty clear that last year, wide receiver depth was one of the things that kind of hurt the Patriots. You know, Amendola missed time. Mitchell was banged up for a little bit. Edelman, he's always banged up. One way or another, Edelman, he usually plays through, but Edelman's, you know, he's never 100%. You know, the Patriots don't have, like, a real go-up-and-get-it kind of receiver, and I think Alshon Jeffrey can be that. I don't know, I love Gronk, and I don't know if it'd be worth it, but it was just kind of an idea, you know? Because I think Alshon Jeffrey is already really, really good. I just don't think he's reached his full potential being in Chicago. And that's not his fault, you know, that's, you know, an unstable franchise. But you still have Mitchell if you're the Patriots. You still have Edelman. You still have, you know, Amendola. You add Alshon Jeffrey to that receiving corps. I just don't see where that wouldn't make sense. Because the thing about the Patriots receivers is, yeah, it's a West Coast offense, so you're going to have a lot of quick, shifty guys. But just think about, like, what Randy Moss did. And I know Alshon Jeffrey's no Randy Moss. Let's get that straight. But he's just kind of a do-it-all receiver, and he's a star. You know, look how much, I mean, Brady set the record for touchdown passes that season when he had, you know, a superstar wide receiver. Tom Brady wants to play till 45, and you want to maximize his talent for that long, you know, giving him an option where he can throw it up and the guy's going to go get it is, you know, I think it's only positive. As much as I don't want Gronk to go away, if Martellus Bennett can do his job and stay on the field, to me, I just don't see where that doesn't make sense. It's just a random, crazy, wacky idea. I gotta look at it this way. It's what Patriots team's better? Is it the Patriots team with two really good tight ends and Gronkowski and Martellus Bennett? Or is it the Patriots team who's been successful with one tight end before and winning Super Bowls with Martellus Bennett, but then you add a receiver like Alshon Jeffrey on the outside? But anyways, guys, I think I'm going to wrap the video up there. It's kind of a quick one, but anyways, thanks for watching. It's been Ribs, and I'll see you in the next one.